What's up, Claude marketers? I'm really excited for this one. This lesson's mostly going to be inspiration versus a how to or setup guide because we've already covered a lot of the fundamentals that you can implement from past lessons on how to do this. But I've been running my marketing team, which is very lean. It's myself, and we're a sub 5 individual team. But I can imagine this working really well for a team like ours, or even better, a team of 10, 20, 30, where there's a lot of things happening, a lot of context and knowledge sharing needed to be successful. And so I just want to dive right into it and show an example use case, and then we can start to piece it all together. So we're going to go into Claude Code. Based on the last 5 sales calls, analyze them along with what we currently have on the website for our copy, and highlight any gaps that we may have based on the pain points that potential customers are describing. So we're going to let this run, and it's going to ask me to allow permission. So I'll do that in the background, but basically just want to outline again the problem which marketing teams have faced, and personally myself as well, which is the fact that there's so much going on, so many things that are happening, whether those are tests or changes within the business. And a lot of it can get lost in various apps or within meetings. And now with this, you can compile it all into one repo within GitHub and be able to track things that are happening, which I'm going to show how you can do that as well. But it's basically just bringing it all together and having a shared collective brain. Essentially, what an engineer was doing or currently doing with an application that they may be building, right? So let's say Uber and the app, right? It all lives within a repo, and there's hundreds of engineers that are working on different features. And so there's a lot of context and tracking of changes happening that can all be done within GitHub, without the need of hundreds of meetings and hundreds of tools, because it's all organized really well. And I think it's just going to be better shown. And I'm a big proponent of showing rather than explaining. So while this is analyzing everything for us, I'm going to go into our GitHub and show the structure. It's as simple as just setting up a private repo on GitHub, inviting your entire team, and then loading the repo up with all of the context on your marketing team, all of the tests you've run, your brand guidelines. You'll see here, I've even loaded in hundreds of our sales call transcripts, which is really powerful because now I can take what actual customers are saying and implement that into our copy. You can have all of your reviews. I mean, anything that would help with the testing and iteration and build out of campaigns, you want to have in this repo. Now, the almighty folder is the Claude MD folder, which I've already explained what it is, but I'll give a quick refresher in that. And a good way to think about this is that with a book, you've got a table of contents. The Claude MD file is sort of that. It's the table of context with short descriptions on everything. And then if Claude needs to, say, go into sales calls, it goes into that chapter, which has all of that context in detail. So this is just a sample structure. I can see this getting a lot crazier with hundreds of folders that have different tests that are being run by quarter and subfolders and things like that. But this is also what a marketing team for me, lean team, lean startup looks like. May be very different for, say, enterprise or, say, a team of 50 plus on the marketing team. Now, pulling up the analysis that it just completed for us, and it took 5 sales calls, a strategic partner call, and gave us a lot of the analysis here, along with what we can be fixing on the website copy. So it's taking all these different sources and doing the work for us rather than us having to go in and find different files in different areas or ask, say, someone on the team for X file or Y tool because it's all, again, within one collective repo. Now, some other use cases that we can do here are, say I am a marketing executive CMO that just got done with an executive leadership retreat. We've got new strategies and new ICP that we're going to be targeting. And I just want that to live within the repo so the entire team has access to it. I just got done with an executive retreat where we discussed a new ICP that we're going to be adding. This ICP is going to be serving SMBs doing less than 1 million in annual revenue. Add this into our ICP inside of the repo so that everyone has access to this information. Now, yes, I can send a Slack message, I can send an email, I can do all of that. But by doing this, now there's going to be two things that happen. One, everyone that starts to prompt Claude Code for new tests that they're running or new campaigns, etc., are now going to have this shared context within the prompts that they're doing or any test that they want to run. It's going to take this into account. The second is that this change is going to be tracked within GitHub once we commit it. So anytime anyone's making a change, it's going to be tracked so that anyone can see who made the change, what the change was, and you can see a real-time feed of what's going on. I can see a world in which there's like a daily or even weekly summary of all the changes being made, and we're going to say, please commit. And I'm going to actually show how to do this as well, although it's been in previous lessons. I'm going to pull up the GitHub desktop app and just push this so we can see the changes live on GitHub. But just going back to what I was saying is that this is going to be a great way for teams to, I think this is the future of a marketing team collabing together. And so you'll see that my marketing team repo now has a new push that we are going to add. And now if I go into GitHub and refresh this, we'll see now that we've got, and actually what I was saying before, to going back to the point on changes, there could be a world in which you've got a little summary every day or every week with all of the different commits, so all the changes that are happening on the repo, so you get a live understanding of what's happening in the business and on the marketing team. So you'll see here that we added in the ICP and it's tracked, which is like one of the best things about this, along with, of course, sharing context. But that's essentially it.